Good afternoon, class. So last time we have seen ketone bodies, how the formation of ketone bodies takes place, how the ketolysis takes place, that is the breakdown of ketone bodies. Then what is the use of ketone bodies in our body and why the ketone bodies are formed, that we have seen. We will just go briefly through that. So during starvation or diabetes mellitus, so when there is no ability of glucose or carbohydrate for the generation of energy, at that time what happens, the body utilize other sources for the generation of energy. For example, they are using the fats, they are using the proteins for the generation of energy, and during the process there is a formation of ketone bodies takes place, and these ketone bodies are utilized for the generation of energy. Okay, so the ketone bodies form acetyl CoA. This acetyl CoA enters into the TCA cycle, and there the generation of the ATPs takes place, that is the energy is synthesized. So if there is no carbohydrate or glucose for the generation, at that time these ketone bodies are utilized for the production of energy. So acetone, acetoacetate and beta hydroxybutyrate, these three compounds or the chemicals, they are known as the ketone bodies. Okay, so these are the structure: acetone, acetoacetate, beta hydroxybutyrate. So these are the three compounds which are called as ketone bodies. They consist of ketone group. Actually beta hydroxybutyrate is not having ketone group, they are having the hydroxy group, but still it comes under the examples or the chemicals called as the ketone bodies. Then ketogenesis, how the generation of ketone takes place. So ketogenesis generally takes place in the 5 steps. So in the first step, the two molecules of acetyl CoA, they comes together, and the enzyme beta ketothiolase, they joins these two molecules to form acetoacetyl CoA. So this first step, the two molecules of acetyl CoA to join together and form a new molecule, joint molecule. That molecule is called as acetoacetyl CoA. In the second step, the HMG CoA is synthesized with the help of enzyme HMG CoA synthase. So HMG CoA synthase converts acetoacetyl CoA into the HMG CoA. This SMG CoA here synthesis takes place, which is called as the synthase enzyme. So in next part, in the third step, the lysis of HMG CoA, that is the breakdown of HMG CoA takes place. So the enzyme which is responsible is HMG CoA lyase, which is responsible to break down this HMG CoA and to forms acetoacetate. It is one of the ketone bodies, and from acetoacetate the other ketone bodies are synthesized. For example, acetone are synthesized from acetoacetate by removal of CO2. The reaction is called as decarboxylation reaction. And second reaction, beta hydroxybutyrate. So here double bond O is present, here hydroxy group, that is the addition of hydrogen takes place, that is the reduction reaction takes place. So it converts the ketone group into the hydroxy group, that is the reduction reaction takes place, or hydrogenation takes place. So acetoacetate is one of the ketone bodies which on reduction gives beta hydroxybutyrate, that is the other ketone body, and after decarbonylation it produces the another ketone body, that is the acetone. So in this way the ketogenesis takes place. Now the generation of ketone takes place. So this process, that is the from up to down, it is the ketogenesis. So this process is called as a ketogenesis, that is from acetacetyl CoA to acetone and beta hydroxybutyrate. If it goes opposite direction, that is from ketone bodies, if they are synthesizing the acetyl CoA, then the reaction is called as ketolysis, that is the lysis of the ketone bodies. So these are the two opposite reactions. So ketolysis. So ketone bodies are formed in liver, but its lysis takes place, and after lysis of ketone bodies they are converted into the acetyl CoA, which enters into the TCA cycle, and the formation or the generation of the energy takes place. Okay, so this is the ketolysis. So ketone bodies through acetyl कोए. किटोजेनेसिस मध्ये आपण उलटं बघितलं होतं. ॲसिटाइल ॲसिटाइल कोए पासून बीटा हायड्रॉक्सी ब्युटारेट किंवा कीटोन बॉडीज synthesized होतात. So here in the ketolysis the opposite reaction takes place, that is from ketone bodies we are generating the acetyl CoA. Okay, so the first step, beta hydroxybutyrate, is one of the ketone bodies. It undergo dehydrogenation reaction. So इथं हायड्रॉक्सी ग्रुप आहे, तिथं काय झालं होतं, रिडक्शन झालं होतं, ऑक्सिजनचं हायड्रोक्सी झालं होतं, तिथं हायड्रॉक्सीचं कीटोन तयार होते, दॅट इज द dehydrogenase, removal of hydrogen takes place. So it forms acetoacetate. It is also one of the ketone bodies. Then by the enzyme beta ketoacyl CoA transferase, it is converted into acetoacetyl CoA, and finally the lysis of acetoacetyl CoA into the two parts, that is the acetyl CoA and acetyl CoA, takes place. That is the opposite reaction of ketogenesis, that is the lysis process of the ketone bodies. Now next part is utilization of ketone bodies. So how the ketone bodies were utilized. So ketone bodies which are synthesized, they are transported from liver to the various tissues. So liver मध्ये ketone bodies तयार होतात. Okay, so they are transferred to the various tissues. So these acetoacetate and beta hydroxybutyrate, they work as the source of energy for the peripheral tissue such as skeletal muscle, cardiac muscle, renal cortex. So first they are transferred from liver to the different tissues where they are utilized for the generation of energy. Then the tissue which lack mitochondria, example erythrocytes. So RBC doesn't consist of the mitochondria. So actually the source of energy is the mitochondria. Okay, mostly mitochondria is called as the powerhouse of cell or the source of energy, but there are some cells in the body which doesn't have the mitochondria, so there is no generation of energy takes place if mitochondria is there. So the tissue which lacks mitochondria cannot utilize ketone bodies like erythrocytes. The production and utilization of ketone bodies is significant when glucose is in short supply to the tissues. So actually this glucose is responsible for the generation of energy. जर ग्लुकोज अवेलेबल असेल बॉडीमध्ये तर जनरली बाकीचे सोर्स आहेत ते एनर्जी प्रोडक्शनसाठी वापरले जात नाहीत. बट वेन देर इज अ शॉर्टेज ऑफ ग्लुकोज, तुम्ही स्टार्वेशनवर आहात, जेवत नाही आहात, ओके, तुम्हाला त्यावेळी अशक्तपणा येतो. तुम्हाला कळालं असेल किंवा बरं नसेल, ताप वगैरे आलेला असेल, तुम्ही जेवत नसाल, जेवण जात नसेल, ॲट दॅट टाइम यू कॅन फाइंड आउट विकनेस इन युअर बॉडी. विकनेस काय येतो तर बॉडीमध्ये एनर्जी जनरेशन होत नाही. एनर्जी जनरेशन का होत नाही की आपण जेवत नाही. सो ज्यावेळी आपण जेवतो, कार्बोहायड्रेट घेतो, दे आर कन्वर्टेड इन टू द ग्लुकोज, दॅट इज द सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी, अँड फ्रॉम ग्लुकोज द ATPs आर जनरेटेड अँड द एनर्जी इज प्रोव्हाइडेड टू अवर बॉडी. Okay, so when you are not taking the food, there is a insufficient supply of glucose. As well as the diabetic patient ला काय असतं, साखर खाऊ नका किंवा कमी खावा आपण म्हणतो की अजिबात खाऊ नका, बरोबर आहे. दे devoid of the sugar molecule, there is no enough glucose there for the production of energy at that time, that is the diabetes mellitus. So during the starvation of diabetes mellitus, the generation of ketone bodies takes place, and these ketone bodies are utilized for the generation of energy by different tissues like skeletal muscles, renal cortex. Okay, so they are taking that ketone bodies and the generation of ketone bodies takes place in such tissues. Okay, so this is the formation, utilization and excretion of ketone body. So already we have seen the formation of ketone bodies takes place in liver. So from acetyl CoA to the ketone bodies, that is the generation of ketone bodies. Okay, these ketone bodies then transported to blood, and from blood they are provided to the different part of the tissue for the production of energy. So these ketone bodies may enter into the respiratory tract, it may enter into the urine. Some ketone bodies they enters into the extrahepatic tissues for the generation of energy. So from ketone bodies the ketolysis takes place, and from that acetyl CoA is synthesized, and this acetyl CoA enters into the TCA cycle. Already we have seen in the fatty acid beta oxidation, that is the acetyl CoA is synthesized and it enters into the TCA cycle for the generation of energy. So similarly the acetyl CoA which is formed after the ketolysis, that is the breakdown of ketone bodies, it enters into the TCA cycle, and where the energy is generated or the ATP is generated. So in this way, the formation, utilization, and excretion of ketone bodies takes place. In the liver, it is synthesized, it enters into the blood. From blood, it goes to the extrahepatic tissues. Some goes to the breath, acetone. Some goes to the urine, so they are excreted through that way. Some enters into the extrahepatic tissues where their lysis or the ketolysis takes place, and after the ketolysis they are break down into the acetyl CoA, and when they are converted into the acetyl CoA, it enters into the TCA cycle, and in TCA cycle the generation of energy takes place. So that is the formation, utilization, and excretion of ketone bodies takes place. So until now we have seen how the generation of ketone bodies takes place, then how breakdown of ketone bodies takes place, that is the ketolysis, and next one, utilization of ketone bodies. Now we are moving to the next part, that is the ketoacidosis, generally also called as the diabetic ketoacidosis. So ketoacidosis असेल किंवा diabetic ketoacidosis असेल, both are the same. Exam मध्ये कशावरही क्वेश्चन विचारला, you have to write down the same answer. Okay, so generally the diabetic ketoacidosis is a life threatening complications. It is generally found into the persons or the patient having type 1 diabetes, but it can be occur into the patient with the type 2 diabetes. Okay, so diabetic ज्यांना type 1 diabetes आहे त्यांच्यामध्ये हा जास्त प्रमाणात आढळतो, पण ज्यांना type 2 diabetes आहे त्यांच्यामध्ये सुद्धा हा होऊ शकतो due to the some circumstances. So why this ketoacidosis is produced? So as we know that in diabetes there is a problem with the insulin, there is insufficient supply of insulin, there is a shortage of insulin. So when there is no sufficient supply of insulin, so what is the work of insulin? Insulin is responsible for the generation of energy. Okay, I will show you. What is the role of insulin? So require transport of glucose into muscle, adipose tissue and liver where the energy sources or energy production is done. So insulin काय करतं, ह्याचं ट्रान्सपोर्ट करतं ग्लुकोजचं ट्रान्सपोर्ट केल्यानंतर त्याचं एनर्जी जनरेशन होतं मसल असेल, ॲडिपोज टिश्यू असेल, लिव्हर ॲज वेल ॲज द लिपोलायसिसचं करणे की इनिबिटी ऑफ लिपोलायसिस. So this type of work is done generally with the insulin. So the generation of energy, that is the glucose, the transport of glucose, all these works is done by the insulin. Okay, so when there is a shortage of insulin, so at that time what happens, there is an insufficient supply of glucose to other part of tissues for the generation of energy. So there is no generation of energy to the extrahepatic tissues. Why? Because insulin is absent, it cannot transfer the glucose to the other parts of the tissue where the energy production can be done. At that time what happens, the shortage of insulin or insufficient supply of insulin, it is responsible for the body. बॉडी काय आपलं तसंच थांबणार आहे का? तुम्हाला सांगितलेलं आहे, तुम्ही ज्यावेळी जेवत नाही किंवा 2-3 दिवस तुम्ही काय खात नाही, ते तुम्हाला काय होतं का, तुम्ही मरता का लगेच? तुम्ही लगेच मरत नाही. का मरत नाही? की तुम्हाला एनर्जी काहीच नसते तर तुम्ही उठून चालू शकता. Why it is happening? Because energy is generated in our body from other sources other than the glucose or other than the कार्बोहायड्रेट. असं नाही की फक्त कार्बोहायड्रेट पासून एनर्जी मिळाली ते घेतलं नाही की आपण मरणार किंवा आपली तुम्ही चालू शकत नाही. इट इज नॉट लाईक दॅट. सो बॉडी ऑर अवर human body utilizes the other part or other source of energy from where it produces the energy. Okay, so when there is a insufficient supply of insulin, at that time glucose is unavailable, or it is not possible for the glucose to transfer to other part of tissue and to produce the energy. At that time what body does, body utilizes the other sources of energy. During that fatty acid or they produces the ketone bodies, and when such things are produced, these ketone bodies can be utilized for the energy generation. And during the synthesis of these ketone bodies, most of the symptoms of ketoacidosis or complication will occur. So लक्षात आलं का मी काय म्हणतोय, ज्यावेळी बॉडीमध्ये इन्सुलिनचं शॉर्टेज असेल किंवा इन्सुलिनची ॲबिलिटी कमी असेल त्यावेळी बॉडी आपली शांत बसत नाही किंवा एटीपी जनरेट करायचं सोडत नाही. त्यावेळी सुद्धा बॉडी एटीपी ही जनरेट करतं, एनर्जी ही जनरेट करते. कुठून एनर्जी जनरेट करते? इट युटिलायझेस अदर सोर्सेस ऑफ एनर्जी अदर दॅन द ग्लुकोज ऑर अदर दॅन द कार्बोहायड्रेट. असे आलं. तो ज्यावेळी असे सोर्स बघतं त्यावेळी कीटोन बॉडीज जनरेट होतात आणि त्या कीटोन बॉडीजपासून आपल्याला एनर्जी मिळते. पण कीटोन बॉडीज जनरेट होणे इट इज नॉट गुड सिम्पटम्स फॉर अवर बॉडी. Okay, so the generation of ketone bodies produce most of the symptoms and complications. It is not good for our body that ketone bodies are generated and the sources it produces the source of energy. So this ketoacidosis is defined as the presence of all of three. Okay, hyperglycemia, ग्लुकोज लेवल वाढतं. बरोबर आहे. आपल्या बॉडीमध्ये जर ग्लुकोज आहे पण त्याच्यापासून एनर्जीच होत नाही, कीटोन बॉडीजपासून एनर्जी होते, त्यावेळी काय होतं? ग्लुकोज आहे तसं राहतं. आणि जर ग्लुकोज आहे तसं राहिलं ग्लुकोजची लेवल ब्लडमधली वाढते. व्हेन द लेवल ऑफ ग्लुकोज इन द ब्लड इन्क्रीजेस इट लीड्स टू द हायपरग्लायसेमिया. ओके, आता तुम्ही विचार करा, ग्लुकोज आहे, ग्लुकोजपासून एनर्जीच होत नाही. तुम्ही जेवढं खाता त्यापासून ग्लुकोज तयार होतं पण एनर्जी जनरेट होत नाही. एनर्जी कीटोन बॉडीजपासून जनरेट होते. त्यामुळे काय होणार? ग्लुकोजची लेवल ऑटोमॅटिकली वाढणार. जेवढं तुम्ही खावाल त्यापासून ग्लुकोजच तयार होणार. नॉर्मल पर्सन आहे किंवा ज्यांना डायबिटीस नाही त्यांच्यामध्ये काय होतं? ग्लुकोज ज्यावेळी घेतात ग्लुकोजपासून एनर्जी तयार होते. सो ग्लुकोजचं लेवल हे कंट्रोलमध्ये असतं. पण ज्यांमध्ये ग्लुकोजचं एक्स्ट्रा हेपॅटिक टिश्यूला ट्रान्सफर होत नाही, एनर्जी होत नाही, ॲट दॅट टाइम व्हॉट हॅपन्स? जेवढं तुम्ही ग्लुकोज घ्याल ऑल दिस ग्लुकोज इज प्रेझेंट इन अवर बॉडी, it increases in the blood and due to the increase the level of glucose in the blood it results into the hyperglycemia. Second आहे तो ketosis. It produces the effect like ketosis. And third one acidemia. Acidemia म्हणजे काय? ऍसिडिक प्रॉपर्टी आहे ब्लडची ती वाढते. ऍसिडिक प्रॉपर्टी म्हणजे काय? ब्लड हे ऍसिडिक होतं. सो द pH ऑफ ब्लड इट डिक्रीजेस below 7.3. So all these conditions, that is hyperglycemia, ketosis, acidemia, it leads to the diabetic ketoacidosis. ह्या सगळ्यांचं मिळून काय होतं? डायबेटिक कीटोएसिडोसिस. ह्याला आपण सगळ्यांना मिळून डायबेटिक कीटोएसिडोसिस म्हणतो. सो ह्या तिन्ही मधला एक पार्ट आहे कीटोएसिडोसिस मधला कीटोसिस. व्हॉट इज कीटोसिस? कीटोसिस मध्ये काय होतं? कीटोनेमिया. When the rate of synthesis of ketone bodies utilizes increases than the utilization. वापरण्यापेक्षा जर त्याचं जनरेशन जास्त झालं तर कीटोन बॉडीचं कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन ब्लड मधलं वाढतं. इट विल रिझल्ट्स इन टू द कीटोनेमिया. दुसरा इफेक्ट आहे कीटोएसिसचा तो कीटोन्युरिया. सो कीटोन्युरिया रिप्रेझेंट्स द एक्सक्रीशन ऑफ कीटोन बॉडीज इन द युरिन. सो ऑल दीज थ्री, कीटोनेमिया, कीटोन्युरिया, स्मेल ऑफ एसिटोन इन द ब्रेथ, all these three together they are known as ketosis, and this ketosis is the part of diabetic ketoacidosis. So diabetic ketoacidosis मध्ये ketosis येतं. ketosis मध्ये काय येतं? increase the level of ketone bodies in the blood, in the urea and smell of acetone in the breath. So ketosis मध्ये हे येतं. And ketoacidosis is the part of diabetic ketoacidosis. So hyperglycemia, that is the increase the level of glucose. We are taking the food which generate the glucose, but that glucose is not utilized for the generation of energy. That's why what happens? The level of glucose in the blood increases, and when the level of blood in the increases, it is to the hyperglycemia. Okay. Second one, ketosis. In the ketosis, there is a ketonemia, ketonuria, smell of acetone, and third one, acidemia. In acidemia, what happens? The acidity of the blood increases, or the pH of blood it is decreased below the 7.3. So all these conditions will lead to the diabetic ketoacidosis. Okay, so these are the diabetic ketoacidosis. It includes acidosis, hyperglycemia and ketosis. You just go through this diagram. Okay, this is the use of insulin. आपण म्हटलेलं आहे कीटोएसिडोसिस कशामुळे होतं? ड्यू टू द इनसफिशियंट सप्लाय ऑफ इन्सुलिन और शॉर्टेज ऑफ इन्सुलिन. सो इन्सुलिन हे फंक्शन करतात. These functions are performed by insulin. पण इन्सुलिनच जर शॉर्टेज असेल तर हे फंक्शन होणार नाही, आणि हे फंक्शन झाल्यानंतर ग्लुकोज विल नॉट प्रोड्युसेस द एनर्जी, दॅट इज द ATP. And if it is not produces ATP, body utilizes other sources for the generation of ATP. Okay, during that the ketone bodies they are utilized. These ketone bodies can produce the effect like ketoacidosis, that is the ketosis, hyperglycemia and ketomia. Sorry, acetomia. So what happens if there is an absence or insufficient supply of insulin? So glucose accumulates in the blood. Glucose level blood मधली वाढते. अमाइनो ॲसिडचा वापर एनर्जी जनरेशन साठी होतो, आणि फॅटी ॲसिडचं कन्वर्जन हे कीटोन बॉडीज मध्ये होतं. सो ज्याही इन्सुलिन इनसफिशियंट सप्लाय असतो, इन्सुलिन कमी असतं, जनरेशन कमी असतं, किंवा इन्सुलिन अब्सेंट असेल, तर हे तीन इफेक्ट होतात. ह्यापैकी जो शेवटचा आहे fatty acid into ketone bodies, during that step these three ketone bodies are synthesized and it produces the ketoacidosis. So this is the pathophysiology for the ketoacidosis. Insulin deficiency असेल, lipolysis, glucose reuptake decrease होतं, proteolysis होतं, proteolysis झालं, amino acid वाढतं, ultimately it will lead to the hyperglycemia. So ग्लुकोजचं लेवल जे आहे ते ब्लड मधलं वाढतं, त्याला आपण काय म्हणतो? हायपरग्लायसेमिया. सिमिलरली लिपोलिसिस झालं, ग्लिसरॉलची लेवल वाढते, ग्लिसरॉल वाढलं, अमायनो ॲसिडचं लेवल वाढते, अगेन इट विल लीड टू द हायपरग्लायसेमिया. त्यानंतर लिपोलायसिस म्हणजे काय होतं? त्याचं ब्रेक होतं, ते ब्रेक झालं तर फॅटी ॲसिड्स तयार होतात, फॅटी ॲसिड झालं की कीटोजेनेसिस होतं, आणि इट रिझल्ट्स इन टू द acidosis. As well as this hyperglycemia, it will lead to the often osmotic diuretics घेतो, it will lead to the dehydration. So this is the pathophysiology for the diabetic ketoacidosis. Okay, just go through that diagram. What is diabetic ketoacidosis? What we have seen, it is given in the diagrammatic representation. Insufficient supply or absent of insulin, मसल सेल्स मध्ये जनरेशन होत नाही, फॅट सेल मध्ये जनरेशन होत नाही, ग्लुकोगॅनची लेवल वाढते, ग्लुकोगॅनची लेवल वाढली की त्याचं कन्वर्जन कीटोन मध्ये होतं, बरोबर आहे. फॅट सेलचं ब्रेक होतं, फॅट सेलचं ब्रेक झालं की त्याच्यापासून फॅटी ॲसिड मिळतात, फॅटी ॲसिड मिळाले की अगेन कीटोन बॉडीचं कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन वाढतं. जी ग्लिसरॉल आहे, ग्लिसरॉलचं कन्वर्जन ग्लुकोज मध्ये होतं, अदर सबस्टन्स जे आहेत त्याचं पण कन्वर्जन ग्लुकोज मध्ये होतं. सो ग्लुकोज लेवल इन द ब्लड इन्क्रीजेस, इट विल लीड टू द हायपरग्लायसेमिया. कीटोन आणि ग्लुकोजचं जर प्रोडक्शन वाढलं तर त्याचं कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन हे ब्लड मध्ये वाढतं, आणि ब्लड मध्ये वाढलं इट विल रिझल्ट इन टू द डायबेटिक कीटोएसिडोसिस. दॅट मीन्स हायपरग्लायसेमिया, acidemia and ketosis. So all these three effects, it will lead to the diabetic ketoacidosis. Okay, so this is about the diabetic ketoacidosis. So this ends the part which includes ketone bodies, their generation, utilization, formation, breakdown, then diabetic ketoacidosis, or you can say only the ketoacidosis. Okay, now we are moving to the next part after completing the ketone bodies or the parts regarding the ketone bodies. The next part is the de novo synthesis of fatty acids. How the fatty acid is generated in our body, because we know that the fats, they are made up of fatty acid plus alcohol, that is the glycerol. But how these fatty acids are generated in our body, that method of generation of fatty acid is called as de novo synthesis of fatty acids. And generally in our body the synthesis of palmitic acid takes place in large amount. So for your syllabus also, or your syllabus point of view, they have given the de novo synthesis of fatty acids, and especially they have mentioned the fatty acid synthesis, that is the palmitic acid synthesis. Okay, so first the introduction to the de novo synthesis of fatty acids, that is the palmitic acid. So de novo it is the series of reaction which involves the method of production of palmitic acid from acetyl CoA. So from acetyl CoA the palmitic acid is synthesized, and that process is called as the de novo synthesis of palmitic acid. So what do you mean by de novo? So de novo means new way of synthesis. So जे रेग्युलर मेथडनं जे फॅटी ॲसिड सिंथेसिस होतं त्यापेक्षा जो न्यू वे नवीन मार्ग आहे in which the synthesis of fatty acid takes place, that is the palmitic acid, that pathway is called as de novo. And here the synthesis of fatty acid takes place. So de novo synthesis of fatty acid, it is the palmitic acid. It is a series of reaction which involves the method for the production of palmitic acid. Palmitic acid ला काय म्हणतो आपण palmitate. So palmitic acid and palmitate both are the same. So that production of palmitate or palmitic acid takes place from the acetyl CoA. So what are the site of de novo synthesis, or where the location where this synthesis takes place? So this synthesis mainly occurs in the liver, kidney and adipose tissue. So these are the three locations where there is a generation of palmitic acid or the fatty acid takes place by the de novo synthesis, or the process called as the de novo synthesis. So some of the dietary compounds like carbohydrate, amino acids, when they are taken in excess amount, they are converted into the fatty acid and they will store in our body as triglycerides. So आपण एखाद्याला म्हणतो फॅटी आहे, एखादा मुलगा लठ्ठ आहे किंवा फॅटी आहे, याचा अर्थ काय, तर जे आपण खातो एक्सेस अमाऊंट मध्ये जे आपण खातो ते सगळं बॉडीमध्ये स्टोअर केलं जातं. कशामध्ये स्टोअर केलं जातं? दे आर स्टोअर इन द फॉर्म ऑफ ट्रायग्लिसराइड, दॅट इज दे आर स्टोअर इन द फॉर्म ऑफ फॅट्स. दॅट्स वाय आपण लठ्ठ मुलगा असेल किंवा लठ्ठ व्यक्ती असेल त्याला आपण काय म्हणतो, इट इज फॅटी. फॅटी म्हणजे काय, त्याच्यामध्ये फॅट्स भरपूर प्रमाणात आहे. भरपूर प्रमाणात आहे म्हणजेच काय, आपण जे एक्सेस खातो, जे गरजेपेक्षा जास्त आपण फूड घेतो, त्या फूडचं कन्वर्जन कशामध्ये येतं, फायनली ट्रायग्लिसराइड्स मध्ये होतं. अँड दिस ट्रायग्लिसराइड दे आर स्टोअर इन अवर बॉडी. जितकं तुम्ही एक्सेस अमाऊंट, गरज असलेली अमाऊंट जितकं जास्त खावाल तितक्या प्रमाणात फॅट्स हे तयार होत जातात आणि ते आपल्या बॉडीमध्ये साठत राहतात अँड द पर्सन बिकम्स फॅटी. Okay, so this synthesis or the de novo synthesis of fatty acid, it is generally takes place in three ways or in the three stages. First one, production of acetyl CoA and NADPH. Second one, conversion of acetyl CoA to malonyl CoA, and third one, reactions of fatty acid synthase complex. So these are the three stages, and after the three stages we are getting the formation of the palmitic acid or the fatty acid by the de novo synthesis. The first step, that is the acetyl CoA to NADPH. Second step, conversion of acetyl CoA to malonyl CoA, and third stage, that is the reactions of fatty acid synthase complex for the generation of palmitic acid or the formation of fatty acid. Okay, so this is the first one or the first step, that is the production of acetyl CoA and NADPH. पहिले तुम्हाला क्लिअर करतो, बायोकेमिस्ट्री जो सब्जेक्ट आहे, इट इन्क्लूड्स द मेटाबॉलिझम पार्ट. And if there is a metabolism part, you have to by heart the reactions which are takes place in this metabolism. So in that you should know the structure of reactant, you should know the structure of product. Along with that you should know the catalyst or the enzyme which has present to convert that step. So here production of acetyl CoA. So these are all the steps takes place for the formation of acetyl CoA. So you should know all these chemicals, all these ingredients, all these products, their structures, and what are the chemicals or the enzymes which are catalyzing this reaction. So असं नाही की biochemistry it is the descriptive subject. Okay, so this biochemistry or the metabolism, you should by heart the metabolism, you should know the metabolism with their structures. Okay, so the first step, that is the synthesis of palmitic acid, that is the production of acetyl CoA and NADPH. Okay, so acetyl CoA is the main requirement for the synthesis of fatty acid, and this acetyl CoA we are getting this by oxidation of pyruvic acid in mitochondrial matrix and from amino acid and from ketone bodies. ओके. सो पायरुविक ॲसिड जे आहे किंवा त्याला आपण पायरुवेट म्हणतो, फ्रॉम दॅट पायरुविक ॲसिड और फ्रॉम दॅट पायरुवेट वी आर गेटिंग दी acetyl CoA. In the second step, the mitochondria मध्ये जी रिएक्शन होते, the reaction which takes place in the mitochondria is impermeable to acetyl CoA. So the transfer of acetyl CoA to that part, it requires some alternative arrangement. So acetyl CoA is converted into the oxaloacetic acid and citrate, and that citrate can easily transfer, or these chemicals can easily transfer to the mitochondrial matrix, and the formation of citrate undergoes series of reactions and fatty acid produces, or the production of acetyl CoA takes place. So in the mitochondrial matrix, this generation of or this production of acetyl CoA and NADPH takes place. So this NADH or acetyl CoA which is synthesized, it is difficult for transfer to the matrix of the mitochondria. For that, it has to be converted into oxaloacetate, and then it has to convert it into the citrate. Then they can transfer the mitochondria, also the cytosol. Okay, so this is the first step. So all the details regarding the de novo synthesis we will see in the next lecture. Okay, so this de novo synthesis, it is not there for your periodic syllabus or your sessional syllabus. So we will start in detail after your session. Okay, so we will stop here.